Numerous studies show that soy indeed is beneficial and nothing to be afraid of. Anyone who claims the opposite is simply telling porkies. A few months ago, I listened to Neil Barnard at a summit and was fascinated to hear him talk about the women's study for the alleviation of vasomotor symptoms. Vasomotor symptoms are night sweats, hot flashes, and flushes. Now, what was the study about? Postmenopausal women who reported 2 or more hot flashes per day were randomly assigned to either an intervention group. Now pay attention here. It was a low-fat vegan diet, including half cup of cooked soybeans daily, or to a control group who made no dietary changes for 12 weeks. The results? Total hot flashes decreased by 79%, and moderate to severe hot flashes decreased by 84% in the intervention group. At the study's conclusion, 59% of intervention group participants reported becoming free of moderate or severe hot flashes. And guess what? There was no change in the control group. Furthermore, many women also reported improvements in sexual life, mood, and overall energy. The healthiest way to consume soy products is to include organic non-GMO whole soy products into your diet. Those being tempeh, natto and miso, which are fermented soy products, and whole cooked and/or roasted soybeans. In today's video, I'll show you how to cook your own soybeans. It's very easy to cook your own soybeans. However, you need to be at home for a 3-hour period to keep an eye on the simmering beans and add more water whenever necessary. First, take dry soybeans and pour them into a large bowl. I normally use 2.5 cups of dry beans. Remove any defective beans from the batch. It's simply to save your teeth from breaking when eating them later. Next, cover with filtered water, about 1 liter and 140 grams if using 460 grams of dry beans. Stir and soak the beans for at least 12 hours. Drain and rinse the soaked beans well before adding them into a large pot with clean filtered water. On high heat, bring the water to boil and then reduce to medium heat. Before you can leave your soybeans to simmer unattended, for about the first 10 to 15 minutes, skim off the foam using a skimmer spoon. It seems that it's not necessary to skim off the foam when cooking beans. Apparently, it doesn't affect neither the taste nor nutrition. However, I'd advise you to do it for aesthetic reasons as well as for being able to see what's going on under all that froth. After you've skimmed off the developing foam, add bay leaves. Adding them only now because it would be more difficult to skim the foam as bay leaves float on top. Now leave the soybeans simmer on low heat until they are soft, about 3 hours in total, uncovered. When I first cooked soybeans, I thought they are like chickpeas that would take about 1 hour to cook. And I wondered why they stayed a bit crunchy. No, 3 hours is what it takes. Check on them every now and then, stir occasionally, and add hot water whenever the water level is too low. The beans should be under water. Ideally, let the cooked beans and the cooking water to cool before you drain the beans out. This way you prevent the beans from drying, turning wrinkly, or breaking. Store them in an airtight jar or a container in the fridge for up to a week. For longer keeping, transfer the beans into a Ziploc bag or freezer-friendly container and freeze. Use the beans for high-protein hummus, soups, stews and salads, or nibble on them as they are. And now, go and check out how I make flavored dry roasted soybeans without any oil.